Alright, here I want to show you how to solve this question, which happens to be a why question. And let's look at what the instruction says and what the question says so that we know what we want to do. As we have here, the figure 3 shows two views of a truncated cylinder. Copy the given views and draw the following. Question A says complete plan, and question B says auxiliary plan in direction of ROR. So looking at the diagram that we have here, so this is the front elevation of a truncated cylinder, and this is the plan of a truncated cylinder. So they want us to draw a complete plan in the sense that this cylinder is a solid object, it's a solid cylindrical object, and part of it is cut off. So when part of it is cut off, we are going to have a rough surface here. When we remove this part that has been cut by this cutting plane, we are going to see a rough surface there. So that's why we're asked to draw a complete plan, because when we are looking at it from the top down, we are going to see that roughness in the plan. That means in this circle. So we are going to show that. That's why we're asked to draw the complete plan. And then we have to draw auxiliary plan in direction of ROR. So what you just need to do is to replicate all that you have here first. So you draw this circle, then you draw this front elevation with the cutting plane. But before I move on, the diameter of this circle is 30 millimeters, and the height of the cylinder is 60 millimeters, and then the distance of this point from the base of the cylinder is 15 millimeters. That is the point that the cutting plane touch here, is 15 millimeters from the base of the cylinder, and then the cutting plane is inclined at an angle 45 degrees to the horizontal. So those are things that you need to bear in mind. But before I move on to solve the problem, if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, if you are watching my video for the first time, please subscribe. It's for your own advantage, in the sense that whenever I upload a new video, when you put on the notification bell after you subscribe, whenever I upload a new video, you will be notified. And then tell your friends about this particular YouTube channel, your friends who are technical drawing students. Let them come and learn as you too, you are learning. And don't forget to practice. When you practice, you know it more and you know it better. Let's solve the problem. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do here, I want you to see everything that you want to do here. I don't want to hide anything from you. So the first thing that I need to do is to draw a vertical center line, as I'm going to draw it here. So draw a vertical center line like this. So draw a vertical center line. Then the next thing is to draw a horizontal center line. So draw a horizontal center line like this. Okay, so take your compass. So with your compass, take a measurement of 30 millimeters, which is the radius of the circle. Take 30 millimeters on your ruler and put it here. So draw a circle like this. Okay, so after drawing this circle, so the next thing to do is to divide this circle into 12 equal parts. So with your set square, you can divide into 12 equal parts. So just set it like this. Then take it to this side. Then so turn it like this. And okay, so the circle has been divided into 12 equal parts. So the next thing I'm going to do is to number this point. So this is point 1, this is point 2, this is point 3, this is point 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. All right, so after you have numbered this, so the next thing that we are going to do is that, so you take your set square, and before that, so move up a little bit. So move up a little bit and draw a horizontal line like this. So draw a horizontal line. So after you have drawn the horizontal line, then from point 1 here, draw a vertical line like this. Then from point 2 and 12, so draw a vertical line like this. Then from point 3 and 11, so draw a vertical line like this. So from point 5 and 9, so we have already drawn for 4 and 10, draw a vertical line. And from point 6 and 8, draw a vertical line. And from point 7, draw a vertical line. All right, so after you have done this, so the next thing that we are going to do is that you take a measurement from this point here, or let me number this first. So if I number this, this is 1, so this will be 1 prime. So this is line 2, 12. So this is 2 prime, then 12, so prime, to differentiate it from what we have in the plan. And this line is line 3 prime, so 11 prime, and this line is 4 prime, 10 prime, and this line is 5 prime, 4 prime, 5 prime, 9 prime, 9 prime. Then this line is 6 prime, 8 prime, and this is 7 prime. All right, so after you have done this, so the next thing that we are going to do is that from this point 1 here, so take a measurement of 60 millimeters, which is the height of the cylinder. So take a measurement of 60 millimeters and draw the horizontal line here. Then come here from here, so take a measurement of 15 millimeters. So this is where we have 15 millimeters. So then take your 45-degree set square, and draw the cutting plane. So draw the cutting plane. So the cutting plane goes like this. So this is the cutting plane. So then the next thing I'm going to do is that I'll make this line a thick line. So make this line a thick line. Then from here to here, so make it a thick line. And then so we'll make this a thick line. And this will also be made a thick line from here to here. All right, so having done this, the next thing that we are going to do is that, as I said, that when we are looking at this object downward here, we are going to see a rough surface here after this part has been removed. So that roughness has to be shown in the plan. So to show the roughness in the plan, so we look at from here to here. So we are going to see the roughness from this point here to this point. That's where we are going to see the roughness. So why this is going to be left blank, just imagine what you are going to see. So that means that this line, if I come down from here, I'm going to have a thick line here. So this line, I'm going to make this line a thick line from here to here. So it will be a thick line. So to show the roughness, so I'm going to use my 45-degree set square to produce arching lines on this surface from here to this part. To all of this part, this will be left blank because the cutting plane does not touch that part. So we are going to arch this surface now. So arching lines are produced with thin continuous lines. They are produced with thin continuous lines and then with 45-degree set square, and they are parallel and equally spaced. They are parallel to each other and are equally spaced. Alright, the action lines have been produced as you can see here. They have been produced. As I said, action lines are drawn within continuous line and they are equally spaced and then parallel to each other. So you use your 45-degree set square to do that. So the next thing that we are going to do is to produce the auxiliary plan as we are instructed, that we should draw auxiliary plan in direction of arrow R. This is arrow R, and this arrow is inclined at an angle 45 degree to the horizontal, because by the time I draw this line will be perpendicular to the cutting plane, to be at an angle 90 degree to the cutting plane. So that is what we are going to. So we take our 45 degree set square, but the first thing that we are going to do is that when I'm looking at this object in this direction, I'm going to see part of the base of this circle around here. I will see it around here. So we have to produce the base first. So starting from here with your 45 degree set square, so you draw a line with your 45 degree set square in this direction. So from every point that we have here, that is from point 7 prime, and this one is from point 6 prime, 8 prime, this is for 5 prime, 9 prime, and this is for 4 prime, 10 prime, and this is for 3 prime, 11 prime. So this is from 2 prime, 12 prime, and this is from 1 prime here. So I may need to extend these lines a little bit. So I need to extend them a little bit. So okay. Okay, so the line have been extended. So the next thing that we are going to do is that, so with this your 45 degree set square again, so you have to draw a perpendicular line to these lines. Draw a perpendicular lines to this line. So you draw a perpendicular line like this, and then after you have done this, so the next thing that we are going to do is that, so for this base that we have here, so just look at what I'm going to do. Look at what I'm going to do now. For this, okay, for this point, so for this point, for this 6 and 8, this is the midpoint of 6 and 8 on this horizontal center line. This is the midpoint. This is the midpoint. Or let's do like this. So let's take horizontal line. So draw horizontal line from here, from point 4 here, draw horizontal line to this side. From point 5 here, draw horizontal line, and from point 6 here, draw horizontal line. Then we've already drawn for 7, and then from 8 draw horizontal line, from 9 draw horizontal line to this side, and from 10 draw horizontal line to this side. So what I want to say here is that this distance before that, so draw a vertical line here. So if I number this, this will be, this is 4, this is 4, and on this I have 3, and 3 are 5, and here I have what? I have 2, 6, 2, 6. Here I have 1, 7. So here I have 8, 12, and here I have 9, 11, and here I have 10. So distance 1, 7 from 4 is the same as distance 1, 7 from 10. So take note of that. So what we are going to do now is that, so you take your compass. So take your compass. So take your compass, put it at 7, and extend to 10. Extend it to 10. Extend it to 10 here. So extend it to 10 here. And so you bring it here. So look at what I'm going to do here. So if I follow this line here, this is line 7. So that means this point is 0.7. And if I follow this point is 0.1. So this is 0.1. So this is 1 prime. So that's 0.1. So when you take this distance, so from here to here, that is from 7 to 10. So put it at 0.7 here, and you make an arc here. Make an arc here, and make an arc down here. And then from 17 to 911 so bring it to 0.7 here, and make an arc here, make an arc here. Then from 7 to 812, so you make an arc, put it at 7, so make an arc here, and then you make an arc here. All right, so the next thing that we are going to do is that with our 45-degree set square, so transfer this point to the other side. So this is it. So transfer it here. So you transfer this one to the other side, transfer this to the other side, transfer this to the other side, transfer this also to the other side, and then transfer this to the other side. Now look at what I'm going to do with what I've done here. I've located 0.1 and 0.7. So let me locate 0.2. So this is line 2 and line 12. So if I come down here like this, so 2 will be at this point here. 2 will be at this point. This is 0.1. So 2 is here. So this is 0.2. And then 0.12 will be here. It will be up here. So this is 0.12. Then if I follow this line like this, like this, so this point here, this will be 0.3, and then this will be 0.11. This is 0.11. Then if I follow this line, this is line 410. So I follow this line, so this point will be 0.4, and this point here will be 0.10. Then if I follow this line in this direction, so that is line 59. So this point here will be 0.5. So this is 0.4, and this point is 0.5. So there's a mistake here, so I will clean it. So and then up here, so this will be 0.9 here. This is 0.9, and then if I follow this one, so this will be 0.6. So this is 0.6, and then up here, so this will be 0.8. So I've gotten all the points. With what I've done here, if I follow the numbering that I did here to get this point, maybe you don't understand it. So this is 1 and 7. This on this line we have 1 and 7. On this line we have 2 and 6. So on this line we have 3 and 5, and then this is 0.4 here, and then this is 0.10. So here we have 8, 12, here we have 9, 11. So everything is complete. You just need to take note of what you have there, so you don't have to worry yourself. So the next thing that we are going to do here is to join this point together with the use of a French curve. So joining this together, I'm going to see everything on this part. So I'm going to join this together. So join this together, and then I will also see this part here. So I will see this. So I also see this part and this. So I see this part here, and then join this part together like this. So the other side here, so this will be hidden from me. So this part will be hidden from me. So I'm going to make it with short dashes line, and then so this will be drawn with a short dashes line. Then this part is also hidden from me, and so this part is also hidden. Then this part is also hidden. Alright, so that is what you will see in the plan. So the next thing that we are going to do is that we need to draw what we see on the top here. So what you need to do with your 45-degree set square again, so from this point, so you draw a line. So be very careful with this line. So very careful with this line. So this line goes like this. So it falls on the line that we have drawn already from 5 and 9. So it falls on that same line. So then, so we move this up like this. So from this point, so you draw a line from here. So very careful with the line. Very careful with line. So make sure you can see very well. So and then, okay, there is a line. There is a line here. So which I ought to have drawn. So this line, so it goes like this. Okay, then I also have a line at this point here. At this point I have a line here. So draw this. You draw this to this side. Then, so from here, so draw a line from this point. So that's the this is the last point, and then so you also draw a line. Also draw a line from here. That is from the edge, the last edge of the cylinder. So that's it. So the next thing that we are going to do here, is to extend these lines. So you extend these lines. So we're extending them because we also have these lines on the top of the cylinder. So that's why we're extending them. So looking at what we have here, so this point here is on 7. This point is on 7. So I'll just follow this line like this. So coming to the middle here, this is already 0.7 as you know, and this is already 0.1 here. So this is 0.7 and that's 0.1. And then if I follow this, this is 8, 2, this is 6 and 8. So coming here on this line, so I have this to be, this is point. So if I follow this line, so this if you give me 0.6 here, and this is 0.8. I don't want to number it, so you can see I'm shading this 0.6 and this is 0.8. Then if I follow this one like this, so this one is on 5 and 9. So this is, so this point here, so this point is 0.5 here, and so this point here is this is 0.9 here. Okay, so that's 0.9. So be very careful with the line. Then if I follow this one like this, so this will be 0.4, this is 0.4, and this is 0.10. Then for this one, so I have this point, so this is the point, and this is, sorry, so this is the point, and this is another point here. Then the last point is here. So I'm going to use my French curve to join this together. So I'll use my French curve to join this together. So there is it. So I'll join this together with this, and so this goes like this, and then so this will be connected with this. So very careful with the use of the French curve. It is easy to use, but you have to be careful. Okay, then all right, so this is it. Okay, so we are going to see the roughness on the top, but here this part from here to here will be left empty, so this is it. Then we are going to arch this surface. We are going to arch this surface. In this case, we cannot use 45 degrees set square, so we have to use 60 degrees set square. I can still use 60 for this. So we arch this surface. So I've produced the arching lines. So the next thing that we are going to do is that, so from this point, we join this point together. So with a straight line, so you join this together like this. Here is it, and then you join from here to here. So you join them together like this. All right, so this is the auxiliary plan that we're asked to produce. So it's as simple as I've shown it here. So don't forget to practice as you are watching it, so that you can master it. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not subscribed. Put on the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you'll be notified. And don't forget to like the channel and share my videos with your friends who are also technical drawing students. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. God bless you.